So Leafy just got the ban hammer off of YouTube. Susan, she went to work. I guess enough people complained about him that they decided to finally kick him off of the platform entirely. The reason why I'm a little late to the party is because I was doing movie night with some viewers, and that was a lot of fun. We watched Killer Bean. You should try joining us next time. But anyways, the ban on Leafy is pretty wild in my opinion, because from what I've heard, at least Keemstar's mouth, he says that Leafy at the time had 0 strikes on his profile, and that just makes it seem like someone had done a tactical drone strike on him. Again, Susan, I'm sure someone had reported him multiple times, and then Susan just saw the majority of his content and went, hey, you know what? We claim this as harassment, and then they took him down. But the funny thing is that lately, his content's actually been pretty tame from what I've seen. I mean, yeah, he talks about Pokemon pretty often. He milked that cow pretty hard, but he even states that he was milking the cow, and I don't know. But I guess there was some statements that he made during those videos that ticked people off in regards to him talking about her appearance, and in that type of criticism I don't really believe in. I don't even think that's called criticism. That's more of ad hominem. That's just making fun of a person for the way they look, and I don't think that's a-okay at all. But as far as just regular criticism goes, then I don't really see a reason to ban him if it was just regular criticism. Of course, my problem is that they didn't even tell him. They just kind of banned him. There's a whole Dr. Disrespect thing going on again. Who knows? Maybe he's actually going to pull the reverse, and instead of going to YouTube Live, he's going to switch over to Twitch, and we'll see Leafy on Twitch. I don't know. As far as I know as well, I don't think he can make a second account because that's also breaking terms of service on YouTube. So it looks like this is probably going to be the end of Leafy for at least a while, unless this gets resolved somehow. I'm not sure what is going to happen out of this. But as many of you know, Leafy in the past, he did a ton of content of just making fun of people. He was pretty much the internet bully of YouTube. And that stuff I wasn't really okay with. I didn't really watch his videos at that point. I was just like, it's kind of childish. And, this is not the kind of person I really want to watch. Nor do I think people should be watching him, even though he was gaining a ton of popularity at the time. But hey, that's just how he made ends meet. And, I respect him for doing the grind, especially knowing his audience. He just kept playing into the part. So I could at least respect him for that much. But I just don't really see why he was banned. Again, there's not much evidence besides the fact that YouTube claimed his content being harassment based. And again, I just don't really see that because his videos were pretty tame lately. I've already said this before, but I'm just repeating myself. It seems like YouTube is quite divided on this stuff. Like someone's digging their holes into an asshole and splitting that thing open, because there's just two sides to this pieces of shit, where one side is saying they should bring him back, hashtag free Leafy, right? And the other side is saying they should just keep him down. But I think I want to put myself in the middle ground. I want to put myself between the pieces of shit, okay? And I want to say, what does this do for the platform? What does this do for the commentary channels out there? What does this do for me? Obviously, I'm not going to do ad hominem unless someone deserves it. Maybe like if a fucking pedophile was out there, I'd make fun of him, right? But I'm not going to do ad hominem towards someone. And I think that one of the reasons that he got taken out was because he kept targeting Pokemon. He did like 9 videos on that girl. Although a lot of it was just clickbait, he used her image, and the titles of his videos were based around Pokemon. But if you actually watch those videos, he didn't really talk about her that much. He even says it himself that he's just using her to milk views. Like, that's all it was. So, again, he knew his audience, and he just kept going at it. But in terms of harassment, I just didn't see it. So I think that's what happened with YouTube. Susan probably just saw it, and people reported it for harassment. And of course, YouTube never watches this stuff. They always think you're guilty as opposed to innocent. They put it as a guilty first, innocent later type of deal. And I think that's exactly what happened with Leafy. Will this bring backlash to the platform? It doesn't really seem like it, because if you go on Twitter, pretty much everyone is saying, well, he deserved it. Well, he was a dumb guy. Stuff like that. No one really liked him on YouTube. I don't know. I'm trying to stay neutral. I'm not going to say I like the guy. I'm not going to say I was rooting for the guy. But if this was some unjust reason, which I think is kind of unjust, because again, they didn't give him a single strike. They just kind of kicked him out. There should be at least a notification as to why he got booted off. Especially a giant channel with like almost 5 million subscribers just kicked out like that. That's scary. That is extremely scary to think about, because what does that mean for everyone else? You slip up once and you're fucking out of here? I really don't like the way that sounds. I'm completely honest with you. It's like you're deplatforming someone. You're censoring everything that they have to say. And of course, I don't want any hate speech out there on YouTube, but I have to point out that those recent videos didn't really have anything to do with harassment. As far as harassment goes, I guess it's more along the lines of like, oh, they did this, and I guess he called it ugly in some points. Again, I don't remember. You can tell that to me down below in the comments. I'm just as shocked as everyone else is, to be honest. I didn't really expect it to happen, and everyone's kind of reporting on it and scrambling on it, and no one knows what to make of it. Everyone's kind of freaking out because, again, a giant channel just got taken out like that, like fucking Thanos snapped. Okay, like Hulk grabbed him, snapped him in the back, didn't even see it coming. This is some scary shit. What is the future of YouTube? I don't know. Hopefully he was actually doing harassment and he was justified in being banned, but if not, then gotta bring him back, right? No matter how much you hate this guy, no matter how much you hate Leafy, his opinion is his opinion. If he wants to criticize people, then let him criticize people. But if it's obviously for harassment, then get him out. I don't know. That's all I can say, really. I don't really have much to talk about it, and I'm just kind of shocked. That's kind of it. Really shocked. I'm wondering where this will go. I'm hoping that he'll say something. I checked in his Twitter. He didn't say anything. So who knows? Maybe he's just as shocked as everyone else. I would be. I totally would be. Oh, actually, something just came to mind. Remember when Leafy and iDubbbz were going back and forth because they both hate each other, and iDubbbz did a whole video talking about Leafy's chin? Wasn't that ad hominem? How come that video never got taken down? Kind of strange. So that actually makes me think a little more. I'm wondering if someone deliberately chose to, multi-strike Leafy at the same time. Now, who would want to do that? Well, at least Ethan is happy about this. If you go on his Twitter, he's having a field day with this. He is ecstatic. He even brings up the very same quote that Leafy keeps putting at the end of his videos, which is like, I want to see Leafy try and survive in today's climate. And Ethan literally got the piece of news that Leafy was terminated, and he said the same damn statement over that piece of news. I cannot believe it. He must feel like a god right now. He must be coming. He must be, I'm not even going to talk about it. He must be incredibly happy right now. Just saying. Like in a state of paradise. Honestly, I think it's kind of a low blow, but hey, to each their own. Anyways, if you liked the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon if you like to see content similar to this. I will see you guys later. Bye.